Good morning, everyone. I hope that you had a nice weekend and were able to relax and are ready to jump back in. So, for today, the first thing that we're going to do is work in Quill. So, last week you got started in Quill. And we've actually kind of changed things a little bit. For you all on the student side, it really won't be that much different. It's just going to be easier for us as teachers to keep track of what we're doing. So, we will basically do Quill 1 week and then do root words the next week, and then do Quill for a week and root words the next week. So it's really not going to change that much for you all, other than just you might be doing Quill on like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whereas you would have been doing root words before. But as far as what you'll be doing, it'll be very similar, and you really shouldn't notice much interruption at all. So if you click on the link here, it will take you to our Quill assignment, and very similar to what we did last time. The only thing that's different is that this is just a weekly assignment now. So this says Quill week of 9-8. So you want to complete at least one activity for each day that you have class. So for this week, that would be 2 assignments. For another week, it might be 3. It just kind of depends. And we'll see how people do. We might up that depending on if people are getting done very quickly or what have you. So all the instructions are here. You log into your account by going to quill.org, click on our course, and the list of activities will come up. You complete at least one activity each day that we're working, and every time that you complete something, it will appear in my dashboard. Now, you don't have to submit anything. I know last time we had you submit just a text entry that said, complete or proficient, but I'm just going to take care of that, so you don't have to worry about submitting anything. It's just easier for me to go in and look and see. So this will be very much the same as what you did last time. If for some reason you haven't taken the pre-test in Quill, go ahead and take the pre-test for today, and I will see that you have done that. But I think that most of you have taken that and can get started working in any area that you want to. The next thing that we're going to do today is a journal. So at the beginning of the year, we talked about how we would have journals almost every day, and we've kind of taken a couple of weeks off just to get oriented to the year, and now we're going to get into it and hopefully have a journal almost every day. So your question for today is, do you think hunting is ethical? Why or why not? So ethical just basically means, is it right? Is it okay to do it? Is it moral to do it? Do you think that it's acceptable that people do it? Is it, is it right or is it wrong, basically? And then you want to explain why or why not. Now, when you do a journal, you need to remember a couple of things. The first is that you need to have at least 3 sentences, okay? 3 sentences, which is not very much, but you need to have at least 3, and each sentence needs to have a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end of each sentence. Now, also want to make sure that anytime you use the word I, like if you're saying, I think that hunting is okay because I like to go and spend time with my family, every time you say I or I'm or I'll, anything like that, you need to capitalize that I. So just make sure that you're doing that, because that is the number one thing that I see people have errors with in their journals. This is just a text entry, so you'll just click on, it'll say submit assignment up here. You'll type in your entry and then you will submit it. So that should take you just a couple of minutes. The next thing that we're going to do, I can get our assignments to load here, is review your vocab. So these are your vocab words for Most Dangerous Game. So if you click on this link right here, it will take you to vocabulary.com and take you to this vocab list that has all of the words that we learned in our slideshow presentation. If it asks you to log in or to sign up for an account, that's fine. Just do that with your school email. One thing that I will let you know is that sometimes when you sign up with your school email, it will then send you back to just a default vocabulary list. So just make sure that after you have signed up or logged in, that you're still practicing these words. The Most Dangerous Game, it says 1920, but we're using the same words for this year. So make sure that it says this at the top. If it doesn't, for some reason, if it defaults you back to some other list, then make sure that you come back to the announcement and click on the link again once you have signed up, and that will take you to this list. You can look through, review the words, review their meanings, and then there is a green button up here that says, it'll say start practice for you. And if you go ahead and click on that, It will pull up basically multiple choice questions that you can quiz yourself on the meanings of the words. So you read through the question and then you give it an answer. If you get it correct, then it'll explain it. Let's say that you get one wrong. It'll ask you to take another look. So it'll give you little hints as well. And on the student version, if you are sitting and thinking about it, it will pop up some options for you, like a 50-50, a word in the wild, which gives you more context for it. So you'll have those options available to you as a student as well. So each round is 10 questions. I would go through maybe 2 or 3 rounds just to make sure that you get all of the words and get good exposure to them. But if you go through a couple of rounds and you feel like you're getting everything fine, then go ahead and move on to the next thing on our agenda. I just want you to have a chance to review those words. Finally, for today, you're going to finish reading The Most Dangerous Game and turn in your reading questions before Thursday. So that's before our next class period. If you are a B-Day student, then this would be turning them in before Friday. We will have a quiz over The Most Dangerous Game on Thursday for A-Day students and on Friday for B-Day students. So make sure that you have finished reading and you are ready to review and take that quiz on, again, Thursday for A-Day students and Friday for B-Day students. Your reading questions, I'll just pull those up really quickly. If you remember last week, we read through letter H, and so today you want to finish the rest of the question. So that would be through letter, I want to say it's R, but let's pull it up and double check here. Yes, through letter R. And just remember that you don't have to do anything for letter M. It just asks you to note the use of prepositions, I think. So there's nothing that you have to actually write down for that one. Okay, if you have any questions, you can call into office hours or question and answer time on Zoom. It is optional, so don't feel like you have to call in, but you are welcome to if you have questions or you just want to say hi. For second and sixth hour, so A-Day, second hour, B-Day, sixth hour, it's 10:15 to 10:35, and for B-Days, for third hour on A-Days and seventh hour on B-Days, it's 12:30 to 12:50. And I'm sorry to have to keep changing the time. They've changed our lunch times a few different times, so I've tried to just move it back far enough that no matter what time they switch our lunch to, it won't affect our Zoom time. You can also, of course, send me an email or shoot me a message on Canvas if you have any questions. And other than that, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time.